Hello, welcome everybody to episode 3 of AJ Sounds. Today's episode, we're going to be focusing on drones, which are continuous low humming sounds. And you can do these with whatever gadget or tool you can use. There's different variations today. But today, we're going to make some drones using a flute, a rare, one-of-a-kind woodwind instrument, the flute. I used to be a flute player back in high school, and occasionally I would whip it out and just play some cool video game tracks whenever I'm bored here. But for today, we're going to be using this flute to make some low drone sounds and see what kind of drone sounds we can get. Alright, so I have Ableton open because we're going to be recording Ableton because I really like how it time stretches recording sounds more than Audacity here, so apologies. But Audacity should let you do pretty much the same thing, same simple thing we're gonna do. We're gonna use one audio track. We're gonna enable record. There, I can see my voice being heard. Check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2. Awesome. And then once I click record button, I'll be able to record myself playing a flute. So I'm gonna just play a simple F and record a nice clean release, and that will be our sound sample for us to make a drone sound. So here we go. Okay, I didn't think that was that bad. Let's see how it sounds. Hit record. Play. Always loud. Recording flute will be loud. Awesome. So I'm just gonna put some simple fades here. Nice. And then this will be our original track audio. So I'm gonna make a new audio track and I'm gonna put it here, and this will be just our spare OG recording. So ignore that. Let's work on this. And nice, we got a warp. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to disable warp. So now we're gonna be able to stretch it in Ableton, and when we control the pitch here. And so I'm gonna decrease the pitch by like -48. And now if I hit play, it's gonna sound really cool, I hope. We'll see. So we hit play. Yo. That is a beefy bass sound. Sounds like something you hear in like in a sailboat, you know? And then we can cut through a little bit here. And how's the release sound here? Hi guys, this is AJ from the future. I realized that the way I had my mic set up sucks because when you play the flute, your air goes down, it points downwards, and my mic is right there, so I'm getting a bunch of air blowing into the mic, which is not what you want. Instead, you want to have your mic like this, positioned above, you know, the opposite way of where I'm playing, so that way it doesn't capture any of the air being blown down, so you can get just the pure tones of the flute. And honestly, this is probably the best miking position to have because I have nothing in my way. I don't have to do any around this. The only fear I have is that this thing might just fall on me and hit me in the head. Alright, so now that we recorded a really cool drone sound, let's find some footage to put this on top of and see how it goes. So here I have the website Pixabay, which is this awesome free online royalty stock website, which you can get a bunch of cool photos, illustration vectors, and use some sound effects too if you ever need it for your project. So let's go and explore some videos. And I guess since we made like a really creepy drone, we can just go something like creepy. This looks kind of cool with like the shuddering light. Let's save it. Let's download this. Wow, that was like was that literally 1 second? Oh, there it is. All right, so we got our little image here and we got our sound. So we're just gonna quickly export this. First, I wanna check to make sure it is at a reasonable level. So I'm gonna put a LUFS. So let's check the LUFS on this. I'm just gonna open this up. This is a free plugin for you to use to check the LUFs on your track or film or project. And then the quickest way I can get my integrated LUFs meter to see how it is if I export this. Actually, I'm gonna shorten it. So if we export this and then have this VST open, we'll just call it FLUTE. Just FLUTE, I guess, not FLUTE drones. And see, we're getting an average LUFs meter of around negative 16.7. Awesome. That's actually a really good level to have it. So we're just gonna use that. And now we're gonna open my, honestly, my favorite DAW in the whole world, Reaper. Anyone ever use Reaper? Anyone who used Reaper to fight back against the conglomerate that is Avid and Pro Tools? I know who you are. Alright, so now they have Reaper open, let's make some new tracks. And the cool thing about Reaper is that not only can it take video files, but it can also take video files. So I just uploaded just imported the video file that we got. And if I do Control-Shift-V on Windows, you get to see our video. Awesome. And now let's put in our drone. So I put in my drone there. Let me just zoom out. Zoom out. There we go. Look at this. This whole file is like way bigger. We'll just get it to around there. We'll play a little bit earlier here. And then, okay. So now that we have my audio playback set, I have the video. Let's play it and see how it sounds. Let me get myself out of here. Nope, not that. There we go. Cool. And that's it. Using instruments like the flute, you can go into Ableton, make a simple recording, and then using its warp feature, create these nice sounding drones that you can use for your game design or your film editing stuff. I don't know, but I'll be using this technique for years to come. So hopefully you guys can do this too. And send me any clips or videos that you guys use this with. I'd be down to check it out and share my thoughts. But anyway, thanks for watching so much, and I hope to see you guys for the next episode of AJ Sounds. Peace.